Good morning, one and all. Myself, Purushothaman. I work as a lab manager in IISc department. Today, we will be making a video presentation of samples which has been prepared through XRF. In the preparation room, it's mandatory to wear a apron, lab gloves, and a lab sheet. The XRF has Rigaku Primus IV. We are making bead and pellet for this video presentation. We can also use different type of samples in our XRF, which is rock chip, thin film, ceramic, metal. The only parameter is that its diameter should be above 35 N. For preparing the bead, the instrument that we will be using today is Catanix 300 fluxer, and the accessories are flux, which is having the composition of lithium tetraborate 49.75%, lithium metaborate, which has 49.75%, and lithium bromide, which is 0.5%. And the sample that we are going to use is basalt in powder format. To make this into powder, what we did is we initially primary cut the sample and powdered it, and then later on using a ball mill of tungsten, we powdered it into a very fine powder. And the other accessories of this instruments are platinum crucible and platinum mold. Initially, we weigh the sample 1 gram and mix it with 10 grams of our fusion flux. So let's initially weigh the sample. This is the default condition of the weighing machine. After turning on the weighing machine, keep a China dish and tear the weight of the China dish. This is the tear button which you are supposed to use to tear the instrument. Okay. Once the instrument is teared, the weight has been teared, it will be 0.00 which is shown on the display. After that, we take the flux. To weigh our lithium borate, we use a spatula. Initially, we need to clean this with ethanol and using a kimite. Here we are weighing 10 gram of our flux. So we have weighed here 10 gram of flux. After this, we will be weighing our sample. Tear the instrument again. With the help of a butter paper, again weigh the sample that we are going to use for our XRF analysis. So here we are weighing a basalt sample. Then keep the butter paper back in the weighing machine. Close the window. And again tear the butter paper back to its zero value. Once it is teared, clean the spatula very well using an ethanol. Weigh exactly 1 gram of the sample that we are going to make the bead. So right now we have measured 1 gram of our sample, which is of basalt. After weighing both flux and sample, which is in the ratio of 10 is to 1 gram, the sample will be mixed well using a spatula in the china dish, and later this sample will be transported to our platinum crucible, and this platinum crucible and mold will be kept in our Catanix 300 machine. The mixed sample will be later on transported to our platinum crucible. Now we'll be placing the platinum crucible and mold in our instrument Catanix 300. So the mixed sample contains of flux and our powdered sample. The reason why flux is used is because the flux after 800 degrees Celsius, it melts the sample and converts it into a glass or a ceramic form. So we'll open the instrument. And the other thing which you are supposed to be careful by using the bead machine is your sample should not contain metals more than 25% in it, or else what happens is like the metals will be stick to the platinum crucible and later we can't use that platinum crucible for making any other samples. The platinum crucible will be placed over this tube and the mold will be placed beneath the crucible in this format. We close this. The instrument is already preheated up to 1050 degrees Celsius. As you can see inside, there is a chamber where this platinum crucible goes in and the temperature will gradually increase from 100 to 1050 and then later on cool to our room temperature. And then we take the sample out. In this instrument, we can use different type of materials such as oxide, metal, solution, ramping, test, carbonate, etc. So there are different options which has been already preset by the instrument where it gradually heats from 100 to a certain temperature which it has been given. So today we are using our oxide sample. We click oxide and once it loads its temperature and initialize it, click on start. As you can see, the crucible now will be changed to the chamber where the sample will be heated from 100 to 1050 degrees Celsius. Then the whole process will take around 15 minutes. So as I told before, you can gradually see the chart which has been increasing from 100 degree to 1050 degrees Celsius in this. So once the sample has been heated to 1050 degrees Celsius, the platinum crucible and the mold will be coming back. As you can see, the sample which has been mixed will be in a magma form which will be later poured to the mold which is beneath. Once it's poured completely, within 6 minutes, the sample will be cooled to room temperature. And we take the sample from the mold using a vacuum sucker. As you can see, now the molten form of the sample now is being shifted to the mold which is beneath it. And now it cools down within 6 minutes. And it will be converted from molten form to ceramic form or glass form. Once the sample is cooled, as you can see on the screen, there will be an indication saying that the safety shield is to be opened and the color from red will be changed to blue. Now we'll open the shield. And using a vacuum sucker, we just take the sample outside. And keep the sample in a sample bag. Once the sample is shifted to the sample bag, use a label sticker and label the surface of the sample. Always make sure that your fingers doesn't touch the sample. So it's properly sealed. So we have successfully prepared our bead. The next step is to clean the parts. Be carefully clean it and keep it back into its position. I would like to repeat this again. We should thoroughly clean all the accessories and the components of the instruments and keep it back to its original position as shown before in the video. If you're stuck with any part and if you're confused what to do next and if you're not sure about it, please stop where you are and immediately contact the concerned person who will be dealing with it later on.